Next. Excuse me. Next, please. Hi there. How can I help you? Yes, I'm afraid we're currently dealing with some overbooking on this flight. Do you have your reservation number? Okay, one moment, please. I'm very sorry, but it looks like we won't be able to accommodate you on this flight. But if you take a seat, I'm sure we can get you on another one in a few hours. I'm really sorry, but there really isn't anything else I can do for you. Miss, sorry, but I need you to step out of line so I can get to the other customers. Next.
Hey, excuse me. Is this seat taken? Well, would it be too much of an issue if I grabbed it? I was sitting over there, but the plug wasn't working, so I figured I could try my luck over here. Yeah? Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, my flight's been delayed, so my phone battery's not holding up too well. Well, I actually did bring a mobile charger with me, but that only lasted me through the first couple delays, and now it's been, let's see, yeah, it's been a few hours, and still no luck. Oh no, really? Same thing with your flight? Well, it looks like you and I are in the same boat. Well, plane, technically. Ah, it's funny how the moment there's a delay at the airport, the whole vacation starts to feel like a hostage situation, doesn't it? You can't get to where you're going, and you can't leave because as soon as you get past security, then your flight's gonna magically start boarding. It doesn't really feel like we're living in the future, does it? Anyway, I'm sorry. That's enough of me pestering you. I don't want to make you regret sharing the outlet with me. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Because I mean it. You can just tell me to shut up at any time. Alright, well, in that case, I am glad I can help break up the monotony for a bit. Personally, I am running out of options to pass the time. I already went over to the bar for a while, and then I tried to sit and do some meditating, which is my newest attempt at getting my life in order. And it works well enough when there's not 1,000 other people nearby running over my feet with their suitcases. Oh, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll be enlightened enough to not let any of it bother me, but not yet. Now, that's enough about me. How about you? Where are you headed? Wait. Let me guess. I'm thinking Fashion Week in Paris? Or maybe a big cover shoot with Vogue? Because, I mean, if we're being honest, someone with eyes as pretty as you definitely deserves to be seen. I'm sorry. I swear, I'm not usually such a flirt, but I think the last Cosmo I had is still in my system, so you can blame the guy at the bar for pouring a little too heavy. What? What's that look for? Oh, what? Did you expect me to tell you I was sitting at the bar, nursing a glass of whiskey for the last few hours? Well, I know I look a bit rough and tumble, but, I have an appreciation for the softer things in life. Anyway, I'm sorry for bothering you. Just ignore me, all right? Where are you headed? I didn't let you answer the question. Colorado. Very good. Me too, actually. Yeah, I'm just here on a layover from New York right now. Technically, I'm flying out there for business. I'm a writer. I usually work in the city, but I like to get out to the countryside whenever I have the chance. Fresh air helps me clear my head, or at least that's what I tell my publisher so they pay for the flight. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. The air just isn't fresh enough inside my mansion. Well, that and the fact that I still haven't moved into my mansion. For some reason, they won't accept my offer to trade my 2-bedroom apartment for a castle in Scotland. Their loss, obviously. Oh, and no, actually, where I'm headed is less of a luxury resort and more of an old cabin in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's just this plot of land my grandpa bought a long time ago. Nothing too fancy, but it feels like home. Growing up, my grandpa used to take me fishing there all the time. When I was, when I was growing up, things at home weren't always, well, long story short, my dad left when I was born, and my mom, well, she really tried her best, but she struggled with some mental health issues, so sometimes she just needed a bit of space to feel better. Anyway, my grandpa passed away a few months ago, and he left me the cabin in his will, so that's why I'm headed there. There's a lot of family members who were very quick to try and take it off my hands and turn it into an Airbnb or sell the land to some developer, with the big cut going into their pockets, of course. But I told them all no, and most of them said I was being very, very selfish. I guess they got too used to being in Grandpa's pockets all the time whenever they needed money. He was a very generous man, and they all knew that, so they would just guilt him into bailing them out whenever they had problems. They treated him like he was stupid, always lying and making excuses, but he wasn't stupid. He knew exactly what they were doing, but he was just hoping that maybe enough compassion might turn them around someday. I was the only person at the hospital when he passed. And even then, he told me not to be sad and that I'd have a home in that little cabin no matter what happened to me. And he had one rule for the cabin. He made me promise to only share it with people who would really appreciate it. Hmm? Have I what? Yeah, oh, no. So far, the cabin has only been for me. Well, me and the family of deer that like to sit on my porch sometimes. Honestly, most people aren't too intrigued when I tell them how I plan to sit by the lake and listen to the birds while I write. Guess it's not for everyone. Anyway, look, I'm sorry. I have been absolutely steamrolling this whole conversation. I don't think I remember you asking for my whole life story. You can blame my grandpa, though. That man could start a conversation with anyone, and he would never run out of words. I told you, you can just tell me to shut up if I start rambling like this. Oh, you're just being nice. It's fine, really. Besides, if we're really meant to talk, then I think fate will put us next to each other on this flight. And if that does happen, then I want to hear all about you, all right? All right. Oh, come on. I'm sure that's not true. Well, there's a lot of words to describe you, but I don't think boring would be on the list. What word do I think would be at the top of the list? Oh, for you, let's think. Well, obviously, I don't have a lot to go on so far, but, I mean, the word at the top of my list would be, you know what? No, never mind. No, I'm sorry. I have a very bad habit of acting, overly familiar when I'm having a nice conversation. No. Well, if you must know, I was going to say that the word at the top of my list for you would be. No, no. It was not that. Oh my God. No, as a matter of fact, I was not going to say fuckable. That. I was going to say lovely, actually, but that felt a little bit too familiar. No, of course I'm not saying that you're not. Listen, that's not. Hey, stop laughing, all right? You've caught me in a bit of a trap here, I see. You would not be getting me this flustered if I hadn't had a bunch of colorful drinks at the bar earlier. You know what? Well played. No, I mean it. You caught me off guard with that one. I swear, if I didn't know better, I would think you were enjoying this conversation as much as I am. In fact, I swear that if I asked where you're sitting on this flight, part of you would actually be hoping it's next to me. Oh, now look at that smirk. If that isn't one of the prettiest things I've ever seen. Well, how about this? What if I told you that I could guarantee that you have a seat right next to me? What would you say to that? You'd say I'm full of shit. I mean, that's fair enough, but let's, in theory, say that I wasn't full of shit. Would you want that? Would you like to spend a few hours in the sky with me? And if it's absolutely dreadful, then you'll never have to see me again. But if you don't hate it, then maybe you let me take you out for a drink when we arrive. How about that? You don't want to go out for a drink? Oh, all right, that's fine. Had to give it a shot. What? You're not rejecting me. Really, because it kind of felt like it. You just don't want to go out for drinks specifically. All right, and what did you have in mind exactly? You want to come see the cabin? Well, do you promise to appreciate it? All right, then you're on. And hey, if we don't have a nice flight together, we can just go our separate ways. But, if it's as nice a flight as I think it will be, then you will get to be the first new person to come see the cabin with me. I think that's a pretty good bet. You know what? That's true. None of this works if we're not sitting together. So if you don't mind letting me see your ticket, I can prove to you we're going to be sitting together and that I'm not full of shit. No, I mean it. I've got a bit of a talent for these things, if I do say so. All right, thank you very much. Let's see here. And what do you know about that? It looks like we are going to be sitting together after all. Oh, no, my seat is nowhere near yours, but just hold on, give me a second. I didn't say our seats were going to line up. I said that I can guarantee that we'll sit together. And we will be as soon as I make a phone call. You're right, I did say that fate would make sure you're seated next to me, but, you see, I'm sort of a believer in making your own fate in life. Yeah, Eddie. I want you to see about bumping up a seat on this flight up to first class with me. No, my seat's fine. I have a new friend of mine that I'd like to have sitting next to me on this flight. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I'll send you the details right now if you can just get that taken care of for me. All right, appreciate it. Okay, bye. And there you go. Not so full of shit after all. You're right, I did not have to do that, but I wanted to. And hey, I don't want to hear it. It really doesn't matter what cost, honestly. Just put it out of your mind. Believe me, I have wasted money on a lot worse things than sharing a flight with a beautiful woman who makes wonderful conversation. And it's a win-win for you because even if we get to our seats and you suddenly realize you actually loathe me, and I'm suddenly absolutely revolting to you, that's fine too. I promise I will just put on my headphones and you can enjoy the complimentary champagne in peace. All right? Oh my God, you're right. I haven't even properly introduced myself. We're just a pair of strangers right now. Well, let's fix that. Hi there, my name's Dominic, and it's very, very nice to meet you. Oh, if I didn't know better, I'd say you're almost blushing right now, just from a little kiss on your hand. Well, I'm sorry that being a gentleman is second nature for me. I really can't help it. You're right, I am full of it when I say that, because I'm not always a gentleman, when it's necessary to not be. Well, anyway, I'm glad that we're no longer strangers, and I am very much looking forward to hearing all about you.